All right, thank you very much, Pride. Hi, everyone. I'm Zello, however you want to say it. Never matters to me. This is Doom 64. This is a great, nice little sequel to Doom 1 and Doom 2, made back in 1997 by, not by id Software, but by Midway. id Software just kind of did the supervision. And we're actually playing the 2020 re-release of the game, made by Night Dive. This is a really good port of a really fun game, my favorite in the series. We'll get into all that in just a second. I have two wonderful commentators if y'all want to introduce yourselves real quick.
Howdy, I am Ellie. I speedran this game, the 100% variant of it a few years back. It was basically my 2020 pandemic project. Did a lot of routing for it. And yeah.
Alright, well, I am Twilight. I'm also a Doom 64 speedrunner. I usually run this on BG, which is Be Gentle. Also well known for my Discord moderating and organization. But I think that's all I got.
Thank y'all. Yeah, y'all have been great friends over the years and I'll do a whole lot, so I'm glad to have y'all here. So I'll talk about a little bit about this run real quick. So we're going to be doing the main game right here instead of the Lost Levels campaign, so we're going to play the main game. So the category is Watch Me Die Speed. Watch Me Die is the hardest difficulty in the game, is equivalent to Ultra Violent in PC Doom. There's no official nightmare in this version of the game. And Speed is just the 80% moniker. We're just going to be blazing through the main campaign as fast as possible, because these two little boys right over there in the corner, they're going to be trying to get me, and they're going to do a good job of it, probably. But hopefully you won't see me die too much. But we'll go ahead and get started in 3, 2, 1, Doom!
Alright, so as Zila said, this is the speed slash any percent variant. Everything's going to be going so fast with this category, and Watch Me Die is the Ultra Violence equivalent from PC Doom, the hardest difficulty. Everything basically hits like a truck in this game, especially on Watch Me Die. With Max, you usually have a lot of ammo and pickups and secrets, resources. Here we have like the first Pinky slash Demon Closet. They played pretty nice. You can get blocked pretty easily. We have another Pinky Horde coming up with a lot more room, and we are already done with the first level.
Unironically, one of the scariest in the whole game.
Alright, walking into Terraformer. We're gonna hit this button, it's gonna help lower down a wall. We're gonna sneak our way back out here, clean up some so exit is easier to get through. Zello's gonna come in here, line up for his first key bump. Key bumping is something that we do often here in the Doom 64 run. Basically what happens is you'll strafe run into like a ledge or anything like that with your item on top of it. And because of us moving so quickly, our hitbox collides with the hitbox of the item, and it allows us to grab things that we normally can't grab from ledges up high. We're gonna come in here. This room here is our probably only downtime, because we're gonna sit here and watch a script of the Crushers coming down and opening up that hallway for us to continue progressing through.
Yeah, it's interesting to note that the with strafe running, it's like a lot of early FPSs where your movement vectors are added together when you strafe run, so we get a lot of extra speed, and the game checks things in a very weird way. It checks for items first, so it lets you grab items before the game's like, you're not supposed to be here. So we are going to get a secret coming up right here, because we could key bump this yellow key coming up, but it's more important we get it normally, because a secret room opens up with 20 rockets, which, even though this is the speed category, these 20 rockets are very, very helpful, because we need a lot of rockets for the end of the early game.
Oh yeah, we're gonna be stocking up for like the first few levels for a very specific level coming up.
Yep, now we're just making our way here towards the exit. Hopefully don't get too blocked going through here trying to hit the button. Nice.
Pretty reasonable, yeah.
Yeah, that works. Alright, so level 3, main engineering. Right away we pick up a brand new weapon, the super shotgun. We always refer to it lovingly as the workhorse of really just any speedrun category, any even casual play. It more or less does the same damage as like a direct rocket hit would. You have like it fires a little bit slower, but you have a little bit better control and thankfully no splash damage. And coming up, we do have one of our first instances of monster kill triggers coming up. We have to kill like I think all these lost souls and cacodemons, and a few of them spawn in. Spawns work a little bit differently than in PC Doom, where monsters have a predetermined position where they would spawn in based off of like macros and various other like triggers. And if you are standing in the spot where the monster would spawn, as it tries to, it never will. And that's more or less pretty good for like every instance that you could think of in this run, because like for max, we're not doing the max category. It doesn't count towards kills, but it also doesn't count towards any like kills you need to do for level progression. So that's one less thing you have to kill to progress, and it also just saves ammo. And then we're also gonna pick up this mega armor real quick before we exit.
Quick note, I will be picking up a soul sphere at the beginning of the next hallway, and the lights will flash for about 10 seconds, so if you are very flash sensitive, please look away the moment I grab this soul sphere in about, 5 seconds or so. 3 seconds, really. And we'll let you know when it's ready. But yeah, this is like the alarm that goes off when you get the extra health, and I kind of need it for the run, unfortunately, so we just have to deal with it. But we're almost out of it now. And now y'all can look okay.
There you go, yep. Now that we're outside, we're gonna run along this ledge here so we don't get stuck on all those lost souls. And grab that blue key. Blue key helps us get to the exit. Pretty much just killing lost souls to get them out of our way so they don't chase us too far and block us. Going
Yeah,
back
they are
down
incredibly
into that hole.
aggressive in this game.
Yeah. Hit a couple buttons, lower the walk path, run ourselves right up here to the exit. Nice.
Yeah, there are 4 Hell Knights jammed into that last room, so if you don't run in at the right angle, you will get stuck and you will die instantly.
Yeah, so coming up is level 5 Tech Center. I'd like to think of this as like Doom 64's version of Tricks and Traps, if you know that one from Doom 2. So you start at this like little octagon branching pathway, just like Tricks and Traps. There's I think 4 main hallways that you can go to, and it's just go back and forth, hitting some switches, getting some progression done. Yeah, this is I think a considerably bigger level than what we've seen so far. Yeah, we're just kind of going through. I think if the host has any messages, they can fire them off.
Absolutely. I would just like to let everybody know that our Pump It Up Phoenix Play a Level 27 boss song target is only $25 away. That is right, for only 5 $5 donations, or a 10 and a 15. I'm going to stop doing math. $25 away is not that far away. I think that we can get to it by the end of this run, absolutely. I think we can probably get to it by the midpoint of this run. So that's a challenge for you, Twitch chat. I think that you can rise to the occasion.
Yeah, if I haven't already passed away by the end of the wrist run, you can use that to make sure I pass away. You definitely want to see that.
Oh yeah. Alright, so yeah, we went through this like little side maze to get progression for getting the red key here.
Oh, that is bad. Jeez.
Yeah, there's
that was
a little traffic jam here. Also coming up is the worst key in the game.
absolutely the worst.
Yeah, it's so hard to pick up that key because it's like in this little ditch in the middle, and if you just run full speed, you're gonna fly right over it and not pick it up. And there's a crushing ceiling all around it. It's so hard to get in and out of cleanly.
My health is a lot lower than I'd like it to be, but I think I'm still going to try. I think I'm still going to go try for the fast strat instead of taking the detour for the Megasphere, because it takes a while to get here.
Okay, so we're going to start off here with Alpha Quadrant. And we're going to do our damage to our capitals, so that makes it a little easier for us to get backtracking. Killing all those zombie men helps us not get lasered when we're in here fighting all the Hell Knights. The only things we need to do in this room is pretty much just kill those 2 Hell Knights. Gives us our yellow key, and we can immediately leave here. Hopefully Lost Souls don't follow us down the hallway.
They love to.
Oh, nice. You got him infighting. That's helpful.
Yeah, interestingly, Barons and Hell Knights can infight in this game, which they normally can't in PC Doom, so that definitely helped right there when they started aggroing on them each other instead of me.
Yes. So right here we're doing a quick skip. Instead of having to go and do all the buttons, there's another 2 additional buttons that we're supposed to be pressing to raise floors to get the path over here. Instead, we just strafe run right off the side.
Now we have the American Gladiator room, as we love to call it. Oh, first try! Nice! That was so
Nice.
clean. That room is terrifying.
Lost Souls love to block you, and they have infinite height in this game. So you will fall, you will get caught.
Yeah, so those pillars were deceptively bad because if you fall off, you fall in the pit, a ton of specters show up around you. They probably maul you to death, and even if you manage to get away from them, then you still have to climb up out of the pit while Barons are trying to snipe you. Anyways, on Research Lab, we have 1 line def skip right here. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but hopefully we'll get that. We got that first try, and then we have the rocket jump, which is the only one we're going to do in the entire run. Thank you. Y'all can go ahead and explain line defs real quick and just like how we skip them in this game.
If you want to do that, you're welcome to do that.
Yeah, I can take that. So line defs are what they are in mapping terms is basically just things that you cross over and they make up the walls and sectors of any given level. And sometimes, like, they're just invisible and you walk over them and they cause things to happen. But the way the game Collision works in Doom is it just checks more or less every frame instead of just like interpolating your collisions. So that means if you're going fast enough, you can be on one side of the line def and the next frame be on the other side of the line def, and the game just is none the wiser about it.
I almost had an oopsie with that rocket. I would have dime face rocketed myself.
Rockets
Rockets are very deadly.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we do a lot of line def skipping because that allows us to skip over triggers that would trigger enemies or other things that we don't want to have happen. So the earlier line def skip before the rocket jump skipped a whole bunch of Lost Souls.
Yeah, a lot of the time when we talk about line def skipping, it means that no news is good news. Like right here. Yeah, there's a trap that when you, like right before the chain gun, if you are just going at normal speed and not at a specific angle, the floor lowers, you get ambushed by a bunch of zombie men, and that takes time to get out of.
Yeah, it does. Anyways, we do have my favorite key clip coming up in just a bit once we get this armor and go back. You can do a lot of things with consistent setups, and I'm actually going to run backwards because it's easier to line up against the wall. So we see that key right there. I'm just going to line up right here and run backwards, and boom, I pick up the key with my butt. And Doom guy's got good booty, so I call that booty grab.
Love the booty grab. There's gotta be so many red keys lodged in there at this point. After all the attempts.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Speaking of lots of attempts, this room ruins a lot of attempts.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this, I think like around halfway, if you just take the outside pathing normally, there's some kind of line def that we actually have to hit in order for these Barons to spawn, because the Barons, after we kill them all, there's a stairway that raises up to get to the exits, and we can't get there otherwise.
That was a good room, at least.
Yeah,
like
this next level. Okay.
I didn't have any despawns, but it was fine. So, but now this is the level where we stockpiled a whole bunch of rockets for. This one I have to like 100% focus on.
Yes. That's why I think he wanted to take this one.
Yeah, this one even simpler. It's like the very first arena-style map that we have. Also, the first instance of where we see the Mancubus show up. They act pretty much just like they did in Doom 2, where they shoot the double fireballs at you like that. They do hit and take a lot of damage from you. However, they are extremely easy to dodge around. in order for Zello to get up here on the second platform, he had to kill all 5 of them. In order to progress from here, he's got to kill all the Hell Knights. He can get to it. There should be a spawn block that he'll be doing here as well momentarily, which will help save some ammo here. Looks like you got it. Nice. That also opens this outer ring here. If I recall correctly, we have to kill all the Mancubus in here. And then once we leave here, you just got to finish killing off the Hell Knights in order for the level exit button to show up.
Unfortunately, my rocket count has not been good, so I have to grab these extra rockets right here and hopefully not run out of invincibility time. So I really, really want to be finishing up all these enemies right as the invincibility wears out, because there are a bunch of panel elementals around, and panel elementals are extremely dangerous in this game. Oh, that's bad. We've got a knight over
quite a
here.
few.
Oh yeah, this is bad. I'm out of rockets. I'm just gonna have to SSG the rest out and pray that I finish in time. Okay, thankfully they were already almost dead, so we managed to get out with not too much damage. That was scary.
Nice. That is always scary when you run out of rockets like that.
So now we are in level 10, the Bleeding. We are in the Hell levels proper. You can notice the very big change in aesthetic here. More like, I guess, grungy and rocky instead of tech-based. Anyway, we are going to be picking up a few new weapons. I think we did pick up the... Did we pick up the plasma rifle? I actually didn't see
We pick up the plasma, yeah.
Okay, yeah, probably just for the cells more than anything. So yeah, we pick up the plasma. We don't use it too much, I believe, even in speed. And then we're also going to later on pick up the BFG, and we got a couple secrets there of the rocket launcher and the mega armor. This big courtyard in the middle is going to be very scary coming out. I guess we do use the plasma rifle here. So yeah,
plasma's not as good as it is in PC Doom, unfortunately, so it doesn't get as much use, but there are uses for it.
Yeah. And coming up is like the back part of the level. We want to keep all of those specters alive because we're going to attempt to spawn block a bunch of Mancubi on the way out as we collect the BFG. So let's see how that goes.
Looks good so far. 2 of the 3 is good.
Yeah. Yeah, BFG is great. I don't know if I have time to explain it right now, but yeah, we're gonna try and rush to the exit here. There's so many enemies there. It was clean though.
Nice.
Yeah, it was clean. Why don't you talk about the over-under illusions, because I think that's a really good... This level's good about that.
Yeah, so the bridges here, for example, like what he was just saying, they're triggered by line deaths, which are invisible lines that we don't see like on the ground that we end up walking across. So what those are actually just floors, and the transition when you walk over top of the line death when you're out of sight of that, so that way when it's moving you don't see it move. It's pretty much like always up when you walk back into sight of it, which I thought was kind of cool. But yeah, the only thing that's really going on here is just like the fact that he had to kill everything at the bottom ground level here to lower the button. Hits the button, he can go get his blue key to progress. Here we're pretty much just clearing out our pathway, that way we don't keep getting stuck on things when we walk back through here after hitting this button. This button will raise the staircase.
This room's always scary right here.
This is another mandatory fight, which there are a couple of them in this run. If I recall correctly, he pretty much just has to kill everything like that you can see at the ground level for those bars to lower.
That Spectre wanted to get away. He saw what happened to everybody else.
Nice, nice.
Yeah, another effect of those over and under bridges, like, because of the floors raising and lowering, sometimes they'll crush corpses that are on them, so you'll just see a whole bunch of corpses, or you'll hear them as you're turning around a corner. It's really funny.
Nice. Now we can just blast our way through this hallway. Hopefully not to take too much damage.
Oh, God. Okay. That's
okay,
fine.
nice.
This is workable.
Yep.
It's not great, but it's workable. Okay, this is actually a lot less good. I'm gonna grab the stim pack. There's a med kit here. So we're gonna try and leash the Barons against a wall and pray we could just run past them, which is a little scary.
Nice.
And then not get shot to death. Okay,
Wow,
we're good.
that was
Because
clean ending.
yeah, you can just get mauled to death by the shotgunners at the very end. There's nothing you can do because they're hit scanners. Oh, that was a good scratch for that Baron. I don't think I've ever been scratched as I entered the teleporter.
I don't think I have either.
Yeah, thankfully health's still in a pretty good spot, so this is okay. This is a good reason why I take the Soul Sphere. This is bad. Tekko, get out of the way. I told you to behave on the couch behind me. You are not doing that.
They are very temperamental. Alright, so after grabbing that blue key, we'll head our way in here. There is a mandatory line that we do have to cross in order to lower a wall for one of the buttons we have, which gives us a pretty much free armor. Grab the plasma there for extra cells. Make our way
This
around.
is really bad, actually, on health now. The Cacos just kind of went everywhere, and I don't think I've ever been at 6% at this point, so this is going to be a little scary. Okay, there's our first death in a row. We finally had one.
Big chomp.
So, that was a big chomp. You got me. Well, at least I made the category name true, so it's okay.
There you go. Nice.
Can we get
Alright,
donations
so-
for true category?
Uh-huh. Alright, let's see if he's here again. Yeah, he's here. Okay. Thankfully, the SSG is pretty good. Usually takes 2 to 3 shots depending on the randomness. There's a lot of randomness in this game between enemy movement, enemy damage, your damage. It's just a lot to deal with. I forgot to hit a switch. I have to go back and hit it.
Yeah, it's the one on the other side.
Yeah, I was so frazzled I forgot about the one over here on this side, which means I get to deal with all of these guys. That's great. This is actually a never happened before moment. I don't think I've been so frazzled like this. Alright, let me bite. Thank you. Okay, so we should be okay here. This staircase is now open. We're just going to play it safe here with the SSG. I don't want to try and accidentally blow myself to smithereens with rockets. But we got the pentagram room coming up, which is going to be pretty scary. And it's kind of funny, I didn't realize there were 5 Barons in that room because it's the pentagram room until somewhat recently, like within the last year or so.
And they kind of spawn on that pentagram shape too.
Yeah, I think that was definitely a good intentional design choice. This is a good time to talk about the BFG since I'm grouping them up.
Yeah, you want me to take that?
Go for it.
Yeah, so the BFG that we picked up a couple levels ago. So the way it works is there's a delay once you hit the fire button. There's a huge green ball that shoots out, and that angle that you shot it out from is locked. The ball does a pretty good amount of damage, but the bulk of the damage comes from after the ball explodes. Whatever angle you fired it at, there's these invisible tracers that fire out, and they each do I don't know, 40 to 80 or something damage. And there's 40 of them, so they fire out in a cone shape, and basically the best way to do big damage on single enemies is close range them, point blank, give them a big BFG hug. But yeah, anyway, so we are in Dark Citadel now. I think this is the first of 3 pretty nasty levels coming up.
Especially this room coming up.
Yeah, this room. So this is kind of an infamous room. It's a huge dart trap once you hit this switch, as you can see. Yeah, we're doing bullet hell, kind of literally.
Doom is just Toho in hell.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I'm also getting blocked by a set of Arachnotrons. Thankfully, I was able to get out the second time. I thought I was going to die.
Yeah, that was a little bit sketchy. Yeah, so I picked up that invuln just now, which I'm pretty sure the intent of the map design was to get that and then loop back around and go up and then do the blue key dart trap room while you're invincible. But if you have enough health and you're speedy enough, you can just kind of tank the whole room. and save the invuln for later. So now we're down into the lower half of the level. Oh, that was a bad hit.
Yeah, that was a
Jeez.
bad hit. I'm gonna. Okay, never mind. I'm not gonna work with it.
Almost.
They're earning their paycheck today.
Yeah.
Yeah, the library is really scary. Okay, he went away that time, so let's see if this one lets me buy. Okay, well, he didn't let me buy, and I just wasted my BFG shot, so I'm gonna do the IL strat where I try and dance around this Baron, which is not the smart thing to do, but I'm gonna do it anyways. You're also just gonna hear Doom guy scream a lot, apparently.
Yeah,
He's in
this
such a bad corner.
Yeah, this is not a good one to be in.
this is why like the library can get kind of sketchy. This underground library section because like there's these big enemies like the Barons and the Knights, and this whole section is just very narrow corridors
my
that you can't.
goodness.
Yeah, and hit scanners too.
And hit scanners.
Yeah, this whole section is so scary.
Yeah,
Honestly.
it's my fault for quick saving that spot, and we're just gonna have to deal with it. We'll make it work.
Yeah.
I have played this game long enough to know what can and can't work, and right now, we might just have to take an additional BFG shot. We're just gonna have to just use it now, because
It's
I do have to.
understandable.
Yeah, I'm just gonna have to
Yeah.
work on the routing later. There should be a shotgunner here. Yep,
Ooh,
should be able
nice.
to get the. Yeah, because I remembered
Yeah,
him from the last
med
time. So.
Right. Know your backups. It's really important.
Yep. Know your backups. Like Doom is very much a game about knowing your backups, especially in a marathon setting. But even like when you're going for PB temps, things will never ever go 100% according to plan.
Yeah, there's just way too much randomness involved, which in my opinion, makes the runs that much more interesting because of it. Thankfully,
Okay.
we're ducking out into this secret area, which has a BFG and a Megasphere, which is going to top us off to 200-200. Maybe I can explain how actually armor works real quick.
Yeah, now's a good time, real quick.
Yeah, so we got 200 health, 200 armor. Armor, the way it works is, what is it? There's two classes, green and blue. You start off with green, and blue armor gets you 200 and the blue class. Blue basically splits the damage in half, and green armor, reduces 1/3 damage. But yeah, anyway, we're in Eye of the Storm, and Twy, I think you want us to take this one.
Yeah, so the only thing that we have to do here on this lower level is just kill the 4 Barons that are down here. Once we kill the 4 Barons, it'll lower our blue key down. And then Zello will be doing something that we call like a de-aggroing. So as this key is coming down, he's gonna quick save and then quick load. And what that will do is all the lost souls that are coming in from the top, right here, yep, it de-aggros, so it acts like he never made any shots. He doesn't exist. So we're gonna
Yeah, that's
go over
important
here
for
real
later,
quick,
just
too.
because. Yeah, that's important for later, just because. Otherwise, more lost souls would come in later. We don't want that to happen.
Yep. So we went over there and grabbed our more ammo for our BFG, which is very useful here. As you can see, we can't really just run through and get through. We always gotta clear ourselves the path.
And now for the loudest BFG shot in the whole game.
Yep. A ton of lost souls show up here in the exit. And they
Yeah.
love to block you.
Yes, they do. Yeah, and if we did not do the trick earlier, you would see about twice as many lost souls in that last room.
Yep.
All right, one very quick key clip right here. Hopefully we'll get it quick. You just kind of wiggle against the wall and you always get it.
That one's probably the easiest clip for grabbing those keys in the whole game, in my opinion. That one doesn't really have much of a setup. You just kind of throw yourself against it and wiggle around until you grab it. Oh, that one gets so dangerous. So much to go on
He
right there.
intercepted me. He was so ready for that. The Hell Knights are just so on point today.
Yep, so you just gotta go up there. Pressing that button will lower that platform so you can teleport out. Gonna come here and grab our extra gear and get our red key. Doing a BFG shot will help us.
Oh, no.
Supposed to help
Nope.
us clear a path there.
I wasn't close enough with the BFG shot, so I got no tracers to connect. So they
There
all
you
just
go.
decided to just stay on my tail. But this exit's pretty scary because we have these missile launchers. We don't have revenants in this game, but we do have their missiles around, and they're kind of used as wall turrets, so they just kind of chase us. We just have to just kind of just get in the exit here after making a lap around. It's funny because if you try and hide in the starting room on Watch Me Die, there's specifically an extra turret there, and you just get blown to smithereens from the back.
Alright, so now we're into Blood Keep.
Ow.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was me. I got caught on the imp for a second. Movement in this game, it's very fast and kind of slippery because of that, and it's very easy to get caught on enemies. Like
Just
that.
like that.
Just like that. This is not looking pretty. I'm going to try and make this work, but I do not have a lot of confidence. Where's the other shotgunner? Like, they all need to be dead right now. Okay, this is not going to work.
Nope. Just remove as many of them as you can.
Yep.
Well,
Okay,
while
we're
we are
good.
doing
There you go,
butt
there you
grabs
go.
with imps, would you like to hear a couple of messages?
Yeah, now's a good time.
Fantastic, because I would just like to remind everybody that our time spinner polls on choosing our sprite for Lunaeus is closing at the end of this run, and once again, those choices are $7 apart. So a single $10 donation will bring Censored Lunaeus above Ghost Lunaeus, a $10 donation for Ghost Lunaeus puts it even farther in the lead, or a $7 donation would do something incredibly funny right now. So, Imp, this is on you, Twitch.
I am blocked by a
No.
Cacodemon all the way up there.
Infinite height wins again.
Yeah, that's why I mentioned it a little bit earlier, but everything has infinite height. There's not a proper Z-axis in this game because Doom's really more like a 2D engine with a extra like height displacement. So entities like those have infinite height. They can just block you from anywhere. Also, I am very scared because those Barons got out of the room. I'm going to have to probably dance around them later. This is pretty sketchy.
Alright, so we're just making our way right now to getting... Let's see, what are we... Raising the stairs, I believe, now is where we're at here. Sneaking and dancing around all those enemies. So many things spawn right here. Lost Souls also have that infinite height, just like what we were just saying, so they often, I know at least in my runs, they will often always block me.
They're pretty bad about that, especially since on Watch Me Die, there's so many more in that room. Alright, one trick BFG shot, got everything.
Nice.
And don't fall into the pit, because if you do, you are stuck, you can't get out, and you just die in the lava, which is a very funny way to trap you, especially on the original N64 version where you couldn't do quick saves.
Oh yeah, that got me as a kid. The turret that he mentioned in Dark Entries at the entrance got me as a kid. This game is mean sometimes, but yeah, we have Watch Your Step now. One of my favorite levels, personally. The only thing, or the only enemy rather, that is initially existent in this level is that pain elemental behind that gate. What we have to do, this level is kind of split up into two parts. There's this starting arena level, and then we have the square room on the other side. And we have to get the
One
blue
of the pinkies
key.
getting away from me. So I initially killed the wrong pinky. Okay, there's the spawn. So you only have to kill very specific enemies.
Yeah.
I wanted to use more enemies to be able to block off other enemies from spawning, so we have to deal with less in every wave, but
Right.
sometimes it just doesn't work out that way.
Yeah, it's kind of interesting. There's waves of enemies spawning, as you can see, but you don't have to kill all of the enemies in each wave for the next one to spawn, as Zeal mentioned. Only, like, specific ones. And we kind of learned that just through viewing the map editor. And now we have our first instance of cyber demons, and we get a pair of them.
Yeah, we get two at the same time, which is extremely scary here. Like,
Yeah,
I could have gone out of the way to get a Mega Armor. Oh, that was nice. I killed that one, and the rocket from the other one popped me.
double KO.
Yeah, but like I was saying, like, I could get an invuln that would make this fight, like, simple, but it takes, like, 30 to 40 seconds to get, so we're just gonna duke it out, which ends up saving time this way. And it looks cooler to just do that strat.
Yeah. Overall,
I had
pretty
a lot of
clean,
extra cells. Yeah, not too bad. The beginning of the arena was... it happens.
though. Yeah.
Now we have like one of the longest levels in the whole game. This might be the whole longest level in the run.
Yeah, it's up there for sure. And that's why I think he wants to take it.
Yeah, this one for me is my run killer. Every time I play it. Yeah, let's see where.
I will say this game loves fake walls, and there's like I don't know why they like fake walls, but I'm kind of glad they do because there is just a nice little convenient secret right here with a soul sphere that we can just pick up on the way. This has a lot of power-ups in this level, thankfully.
These are pretty much a scripted dart, and you can't get out of this area until after the dart trap here is finished. So you can pretty much just run back and forth if you want, or you can wait at the door for it.
Yeah, I take the time to get the rockets because the rockets are always very useful. This is also pretty much another auto-scroller here. So, Pride, if you have any other announcements, this is the perfect time.
Absolutely. Like I mentioned earlier, our lovely runner is going to be back later doing Pump It Up Phoenix, and we currently have a target to play a level 27 boss song, and that is still only $25 away. Genuinely, that can be sniped by the end of this run. We have a little bit of time on that, but that time is growing shorter, much faster than you would think. So let's reach that and extend today's incredible day of marathon just a little bit longer.
Oh, that cat goes right in the way. He gave me a hug.
As they do. Alright, so we're making our way back up here towards like a courtyard area. To get there, we're gonna have to go through this room that is full of Hell Knights. Thankfully, we got more rockets throughout the last couple levels, so it's not too bad.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I figured that was
as
going
long
to
as they
happen.
don't get close.
Yeah, they got a little
Flash
close.
damage is painful.
I think I'm going to do this room in a little bit of a different order than I intended to. We're going to get this secret now because I would really like that Megasphere.
Yes. So there's a lot of hit scanners here. A lot of things that can block us normally. Definitely killing the Pain Elemental first, because the Pain Elemental, as soon as it sees you, will just keep launching a bunch of lost souls at you. Jump across there. It helps save us not only time, but it saves ammo, because it doesn't spawn in like another Pain Elemental. But we can jump down here into this pit. We're gonna take a little bit of radiation, but that's alright. We're not usually down here too long. We're gonna make hopefully a safe jump. Nice. Across to get to the yellow key, and then we can exit here. It was scary.
Speaking of scary, I've got this Baron right behind me. Oh, please don't kill me. Please don't kill me. Okay. We're okay. We're okay. That's always scary getting out of there because the Baron loves to camp on that elevator. We can also mention real quick that there is a lost soul cap, so Pain Elementals try to spawn lost souls, but if there are already 17 or more lost souls on the map, it will not be able to spawn anymore, which is really useful. So we kind of abuse that in a few places. Speaking of Pain Elementals, there are 3 more in this last room. Let's hope I don't explode.
Nice, nice. Very minimal.
That's clean. So yeah, now we go from one of the longest levels to one of the shortest levels. This is like maybe also the smallest. It's just like, yeah, it's literally called the Spiral. What you see is what you get. Exactly what it says on the tin. There's like a big spiraling staircase. Hit a switch at the top, and then it opens up this little side room. Get a nice free soul sphere and teleport right into the middle of all of this chaos to get a red key and exit the level. Like, yeah, we're already done.
Nice, nice.
Tiny little skip right here with the super shotgun. We're going to hit the switch that's all the way up there. There's a little bit of RNG with the spread of the SSG vertically, which is the only weapon in the game to do that, so you can kind of hit the switch from way below. Nice, got the double kill with the BFG there.
Nice.
Not very consistent at that lately, so I'm happy I got it there. I'm really low on bullets, though. Chain gun is actually really useful in this game because chain gun's a little bit faster in 64 than PC Doom, but I've been using it so much that I'm kind of starting to run low. So I'm a little worried for the next level because I kind of need some for pitfalls.
Okay, this room is where we're going to get our red key. In order to be able to leave, we have to kill all the pinkies that are in this room. Yeah, which can get overwhelming. I feel like this room, to me, it looks worse than it is actually playing it. Because they don't typically lock you in unless you're taking too long.
Yeah, as long as you can get into one part of those corridors, then you're pretty safe, usually. Alright, gonna do a little bit of a skip here. Don't need to worry about opening this barrier if we just make the jump to the wall and slip past.
Nice.
It just happens to be just wide enough to do that. Alright, not too much more in this level. There is a Megasphere that we could pick up, but we'd have to go back to get it. We did open up a little bit of a secret earlier. We're just going to pick up a Soul Sphere on the way out, as I only need the health. I have plenty of armor, thankfully. I will refill armor in the next level, though, because the ending of the next level is very scary. Oh, nice. Got most of them with that shot. And you have to be careful not to soft lock down the well. You can skip the line def for the exit and end up soft locked in the well forever.
Yep.
That is the true
I've had
help.
that happen.
I think everybody has had that at least once.
I know it happened in one of the secret levels for me in the void.
Oh god, yeah, that's even funnier because you're just over a blue mist when you get out of the bounds there.
Yeah, we won't be seeing that level in this run, but yeah, we're in level 21 now, Pitfalls. This has two huge sections to it. So the opening, we have this big cavern-esque area, and we did like a little transformation sequence with the switch, and we also deliberately avoided that map, like computer area map that you may have seen on the ground there, that little black item, because picking that up would open up a monster closet, and we don't want that. And then after picking up the blue key, there's going to be a few barons in the way. It might be a little scary, and we're going to also have to probably deal with them on the way back to exiting the level.
I'm gonna lure that one into the room. So that blue key, the monsters constantly use the use command, so they can open doors, but they can't open locked doors. So by luring them past that blue key door, that baron's just trapped forever. It's like, bye-bye.
Yeah, like, the less you have to deal with.
We'll probably see his friends in just a bit.
Yeah. I mean, the less you have to deal with, the better, but we'll see how it plays out once we hit the teleporter again.
It's always scary going back through that teleporter every time I have to do it.
Yep.
I'm amazed I was able to fit between those cacos.
That was a nice one.
of them.
I telefragged another one on the way back, yeah. So now we have what we call Pitfalls Lotto. So all those barons we left behind, they're probably right here.
Yep.
Yes,
Oh my
they
God.
are.
Oh, we squeezed through, so hey.
And that was actually very clean. This is why I stockpiled on health and ammo.
Yep, that spot in particular is like the worst.
It is the worst in an IL because you don't have a good weapon, so you just pray that there's enough of them that you can slip by on the side, and that almost never happens.
While we're going through this next level, do we have time for a quick message?
Let's wait for just a second, and then
thing.
after this next trick, we'll up the fire.
Yeah.
Because we do have what we call Ring Around the Rosie in the next room.
Oh, yeah.
So there's this dart trap. If you try and stand in a corner to avoid the darts, you do avoid the darts, but there are 3 Arachnotrons in this room. So we're just going to do this little jig right here and just kind of mosey around the darts so that we also can't get targeted by all the Arachnotrons. Anyways, now's a good time, Bride.
Perfect. I have a donation to celebrate that jaunty little jig you did from JetX_121.
Jet.
They donated $25 saying, Zello, Ellie, and Twilight Soul 1 are legends in Doom 64 speedrunning. It's an epic moment to have them all together, and I have to agree this has been an epic run so far. I'm having a great time.
Thank you so
They
much.
also,
Thanks, Jet.
Yeah,
Jet
you,
said
Jet.
that $25 to have censored Lunaeus for our time spinner run. Looks like they want our randomizer player to have just a little bit harder of a time. So that is in the lead, but there's still time for Ghost Lunaeus to catch up.
Yeah, Jet's one of our great community people. Does a lot of Doom Builder stuff and just editing on the side. We got some really fantastic people in the community. Of if you want to run, if you want to do custom map sets, get in touch with us. We got some cool people.
Very knowledgeable in just about every aspect.
Oh no,
Oh,
I am
no,
stuck.
don't get caught.
I am very stuck. Yeah. The
Yep,
moment I got
that is-
caught, I was like, nope.
Jeez.
Infinite height, y'all.
Yep.
It gets you every time.
This one too! Oh my
Oh.
goodness! That hitbox. The worst thing about Arachnotrons is that their hitboxes are rectangular, so they are deceptively difficult to get around.
There you go. Nice.
Whew. Okay, so yeah, Unholy Temple, we have 3 levels left, starting with this one. This is like the other contender for biggest level, I would say. Especially if you play it casually. So you may have noticed that starting with, I think it was like all the way back in Altar of Pain, that was our first like castle-themed level, where you start on the outside, you see this big set piece in the middle, and you're having to just work your way in and around to make progression. And I really dig the aesthetic here. The mappers did an amazing job just all around with this game, and also shout outs to that skybox in the back. Also
Yeah,
really
everything
cool.
in this game is like made from the ground up. They just completely redid all the assets, all the art, the ambient music, and everything. The Midway team did fantastic.
Yes. So yeah, the premise of is that a lined up skip on that?
I did. I do that every once in a while. It's fine. We've got the airdrop pinkies, so it's okay.
Yeah, for whatever reason, these specific monsters drop in from like they drop in. Yeah, they aren't spawned in at ground level for some reason. I don't know. It's
They've been
just
playing
kind
too
of
much
a
Final
funny
Doom.
thing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I was gonna say the main premise of this level is so there's 3 keys you have to collect, and once you collect the 3 keys, that's only like the first half of the level. If you may have noticed for a split second, there are some switches on the walls that have, or not some switches, like pillars blocking switches rather, that have like a sequence left to right of the 3 color keys. And oh yeah, also we want to talk about the line def skip real quick. I think you wanted to talk about that one, Toy?
Oh, come on. Yeah.
Oh, it doesn't matter. Yeah. Pretty much what he's trying to do is skip over that line and not make that key teleport across each little hallway here.
It's not playing nice. Shoot.
This one is really hard for me to get.
There we go.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah,
So
because
that pretty much just makes it go faster. You don't have to wait for all those enemies to spawn, because every time you walk in down to go and grab the said yellow key, it'll spawn more enemies in. So right
Yeah.
now we don't have to deal with that.
yeah, we do have to do that later because killing the last Baron that would spawn does trigger the exit stairs, the stairs that'll get us to the exit. But if you were to get the key normally after that, then you would end up locking the castle, and I would have to kill 5 more Cacodemons to get back up there. Doing it this way skips all that. Even with the time it took to set it up, it was still worth it.
Yeah, the funny thing about that like whole like fake out dissolving yellow key thing is all the keys that you see spawning in and spawning out, they're real. You can collect them. Yeah, it's just like Zeal said, the final key that you're meant to grab is the one that causes a lot of time loss in a speed run if you were to do it.
I cannot believe I was able to get past that Hell Knight both times. And he's gonna be mad too. So it's funny that like the Hell Knight can actually like they can get onto this part, but if they are on the platform when it's going up, they bonk their head on the ceiling and make it go back down. I don't know why.
Oh, that's funny.
I don't know if I've ever had that happen. I don't think I knew that could happen.
Alright, kill him. This makes the stairs go, and that brings us to the
Nice.
end of the level. And we have 2 very intense levels to cap off the run.
Yeah, the penultimate level coming up, no escape. Very loud door open because there's 4 at once. But anyway, yeah. So there's we saw one instance of cyber demons before in Watch Your Step. Now we have our second instance, and we have 3 to deal with. One right away, just roaming around freely, and then 2 others that are caged behind some pillars. And killing those triggers the end of the level. That switch right there opens them up, I believe.
I'm gonna play this safe and get health in case I get splash damaged. So, rocket splash damage is a very real possibility against cyber demons because they're so tall in this game compared to PC.
Yeah.
So they actually aim downwards at you.
Mm-hmm.
Get out of the way, man!
There's a lot of monsters that do that, actually. Like, all the monsters in PC Doom fire straight at you, and you don't have to worry about any projectiles hitting the ground. But here, yeah.
There's one.
Let's see on this one. That's a good shot. Oh, the Mankey missed. With
Yeah,
the
you just gotta take
interference.
your chance with the Mankey Bite, it's fine. Yeah, that actually went really
Nice.
clean. And that
Yeah,
brings us to the
nice.
last level.
Yep. So here we have the last level, the Absolution, which, funnily enough, is, I believe, the original name of Doom 64 until it got renamed, maybe for branding purposes. I'm not I'm not entirely sure about that, but yeah, we have kind of an arena style level here, with our like maybe only proper instance of a monster closet. These monsters actually are already existent when the level starts, and they teleport in from the monster closet, like kind of far away and in the back where you can't see. Yeah, I think the level is pretty self-explanatory. There are these 3 switches that you see near each gate, which can only be triggered with the demon keys, the demon artifacts that are in secret levels that are just not part of this run. Yeah, in Speed, this is kind of a scary level. There's so much to deal with. I
Well,
think
that
like
panel
pain
needs to
elements
go
come up
away.
first. Yeah.
My health is
Starts out
also
with
not in a
pain.
good spot because I do have to deal with the Mother Demon at the very end, and if I have low health, that's a
Yes.
problem.
Yeah, the Mother Demon's scary. No matter
Yeah,
how you-
42 is not good, but we're
We'll
just
see
gonna
what
YOLO it.
happens.
We'll see what happens.
And here she comes.
There we go.
Nice.
Nice
Oh,
and
2
gone.
shots.
2
Very
shots.
nice.
Nice. Time will be when we get to the results screen right here. And time.
Time. GG.
GG.
Oh, what a run.
Yeah.
This run is always so high stress. Like, it's a lot of fun, but you have to focus for 50 whole minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's Doom 64. Watch Me Die Speed. That's the main game right there. I hope y'all enjoyed. Thankfully, y'all met that incentive for playing the fun levels, so we're just going to go through the credits real quick, and we'll roll into
Yeah,
that.
that's right.
Yeah, the Mother of all Demons is all nice and dead, blah, blah, blah. You remain in hell. We should have just ended the story here. As much as I love the newer Dooms, we could have just ended the story there. 'Cause- but we'll give a little bit of time to let the timer reset, and we will play the warp-only fun level. So this is the features menu. This unlocks when you manage to either do one of certain things. You can either play the super secret level in the game and take the secret exit in that. You can enter in a password. You can do a couple other things. But once you have the features menu, it give you a whole bunch of cheat codes and the ability to warp to levels. And there are 3 original fun levels and 1 extra fun level added in this 2020 re-release that we're going to play here. And they're all short little challenge levels, and you're going to see why they're quite challenging. We'll get started in 3, 2, 1, go.
Doom again.
Oh, that's bad. I have that Cyber Demon right in front of me. So, all of these levels have Cyber Demons. So this is an extremely scary thing to have happen, especially since there are also a bunch of line deaths that make the Cyber Demon teleport. So I have no idea where he is now because the strat's already kind of screwed. But we're just going to YOLO it. We're just going to pray that he walks here to the center. We
Nice.
just kind of want to keep him here in the center.
Yeah.
And it's really difficult to deal with Cyber Demons. The rocket launcher is not a good weapon for them because Cyber Demons actually have immunity to rocket splash damage. Only direct damage counts.
Yeah, direct damage is was 20 to 160 increments of 20. The
Yes.
splash and the directed, I think, is 128, so that's like just cutting the damage in half at the very least per rocket.
Okay, we managed to get through
That's
that.
great.
Somehow didn't die despite the start, so I will take that. So, moving into hardcore. This is my least favorite level in the game, unfortunately. Like, this is legitimately just so ridiculous of a level to live through.
Yeah.
So there are a bunch of Mancubi, but we're just going to ignore that. We're just going to spawn a whole bunch of Arachnotrons. The Arachnotrons need to be killed to spawn the Cyber Demon for the level. We do not need to kill the Mancubi, but they're probably going to get in the way anyway, so we're going to end up killing most of them. So I'm just going to kind of camp on this ledge for a bit, because this is a good safe spot to take care of most of the enemies. And then we can go pick up other rockets, kill the remaining stuff off, and just kind of prep. There are some more enemies over here to deal with.
Worth noting as well, just like the previous level Cat and Mouse, there's monster teleporters everywhere.
Oh, that
Monsters just jump around the level.
he already
everywhere.
spawned, so I got rid of those Arachnotrons really quick. Oh, that's what a
God.
Cyber Rocket can do. Puts me at 70%.
I got rid of you just as fast.
Man.
Yeah, well, oh, yeah. So that rocket did about 250 points of damage. That's how deadly they are.
Jeez. Yeah.
Welcome to the randomizer of doom.
Yep.
Yeah, you were at 144 and 144 right beforehand, and I think that level of armor and health is the exact damage of a max damage rocket. Like,
Yep.
it could have killed you.
Absolutely could have. Come on, Mancubus, get out of the way, man. Yeah, unfortunately the plasma is not a great weapon for it. We got a pretty good damage roll, so that actually went okay the second time.
That was quicker than I thought it would be.
Yeah, that
Honestly.
that was actually a lot less painful than it usually is when I do this in events, because that level is just miserable to get through. Oh, yeah, nice face rocket. Now we have
This
playground.
level's so funny. There's all these invisibility power downs with boxes of rockets everywhere. Like, that's the only way you can get rockets in this level, by picking up invisibility spheres. And this is just like the scariest fight ever, because what invisibility does is it offsets the monster aiming with projectiles. It's good for hit scanners because they're direct and instant. With projectiles that actually have travel time, you have to just react on the fly to what it's doing.
It's funny to see the sprites of the monsters like also turn as well. I just picked one up by
Yeah.
accident. That's not good. That one was about to run out, but now I have to deal with it again. Okay, so that Cyber Demon's gone, but we do have a bunch of Mancubi that we have to deal with. And thankfully, since I have 200 stats somehow, I don't know how that happened, this will be a pretty quick cleanup. But I do have one more fun level after this, which is the new one included in the 2020 release of the game.
Yeah, and I think this
yeah.
one you have to actually warp to, because this goes into the terraformer usually,
Goes to staging area.
or staging area, I guess.
But-
Before we
Okay.
get into that, do you have time for a quick message?
This is the last level. It won't take
before
long.
we finish the level, yeah.
Yeah, we can read it right after we're done here. So this
Sure.
is a funny level because we just have like all these monster turrets and like all these Arachnotrons that also get teleported around. It's a funny level. It's a very good one for what it is. I am stuck inside the hitbox.
Oh no!
I can't believe I lived. I thought I was about to die because I was getting pelted with cells.
Yeah, that was.
That was scary. So there's normally supposed to be 2 Cyber Demons that spawn, and you're supposed to fight them at the same time. We're just not going to have that happen. I'm just going to stand right here, and I'm going to block one of them with my body. Take that, Cyber Demons. Take that, Kaiser.
Yeah, shout outs
Kaiser.
to Kaiser.
Yeah, Xados the Kaiser. He's one of the lead devs for a lot of Doom 64 things and was the lead dev for this game, and he's just an outstanding person. And that is Panic. That is it. And we are done, so...
GG.
GG.
Yes, probably take it away with that last announcement you want to have.
GG, we have $25 from Chaos Query.
Chaos,
Thank-
thank you.
Thank you so much. I would just like to point out that could have sniped our target, but you gotta choose it whenever you check out, folks. There are 2 different things that you can choose. You can donate to one of our polls and our targets. Your donations go to both, so select them whenever you go out. We can get a $25 snipe on that target right this moment if you would like. So GG's, well done. Take it away with your shoutouts.
Yes, thank you. So thank you all for having me for Doom 64. I love this game. Like I said, this is my favorite Doom game by far. It is the first one, like, it was mine as a kid. Like, PC Doom was more my dad's. This was mine. And I still have my original cartridge on that shelf back there. It's just a lot of history for me. Ellie, Twy, y'all have anything else you want to say real quick before I sign us out?
Not really. Just a huge thank you to the event here and for having me here on commentary with you. Just the shout out to the Doom 64 Discord, which I feel like you can explain that one pretty well. But like, I think that's all I got.
I mean, I'll just go ahead and say trans rights.
Absolutely.
As always.
Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you to Zelo for having us on. It's always a pleasure to have doing this commentary.
Yeah, the other two of my best friends, so I'm glad I could have y'all on for this, and it's just an important thing. I will say with this game, if you are interested in playing it at all, this game is very cheap. It is $5. It is absolutely worth getting after you've donated money to Gate. So you should check it out if you can, because it's really good. But with that being said, we're gonna leave it off with Time Spinner because I have to be back for Pump It Up in like less than an hour. So I'm going to panic and get ready for that after playing Panic. Go figure. So
Yeah.
Thank y'all for watching for now. I'll be back later. Probably take us away.
Excellent. Thank you so much, Zelo. That was a fantastic run. I had a ton of fun. And folks, the fun does not stop.